what were we talking about here?
I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about how you think the dust coming out wasn't explosions, or at least you think that, right?
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Now, you like to say it's a possibility, but you truly think 9/11 was an inside job, right?
I really do. Yes.
You really do. Now,
I have strong feelings.
You strong feelings. Now, how can you have strong feelings if you're over here questioning my side about, oh, well, that's not true because that's you don't see it, or you just don't think that, but you're over here saying your side, which is basically a whole lot slimmer than my side, but you believe that. So I just want to get that question out of the way. How is that there?
What do you mean? How am I questioning your same feelings?
No, it's like, direction? You're taking it, you're not putting it in the same work here. You're questioning my side, but you don't question your side. Like you say...
Yes, I do. I absolutely question my side, and I would never say that I know that it happened. I would never say that you should think it happened. But what I would say is that I feel the need to question things when they're not on the level to my eye. I feel the need to not take the official story at face value all the time.
Yeah,
and
the thing is, like, we do have proof 9/11 happened. Osama bin Laden is dead for the act of it. Now, that's the overall. That was the main goal. We finished it. So how?
And what happened? What changed?
What changed?
What changed since we killed them? I mean, has anything changed since we killed them, or have these attacks continued to go on?
We will never know that because we don't know what other attacks he was planning. So therefore, yes, a lot has changed because...
No, we do know. We do know that they've continued to go on regardless of him being alive or dead.
That's not true.
There's many...
yeah, no,
it's not true.
But
what happened?
Not Al-Qaeda. Osama bin Laden's attack was 9/11. That was his main plan. He basically did the attack, told him what to do and everything. We have not had an attack ever on our soil like that compared to any other terrorist. That one is just untouchable.
It's way bigger. It's much bigger.
And you know what? And on the main end of it, we finished it. We finished what deserved to happen. He's gone now. So therefore, when you say it's a hoax, it's not.
Do you know that Osama bin Laden was a CIA operative?
I believe he worked under CIA, but that's like saying...
No, he was...
Yeah, he worked under it, but it's like saying you have a pet dog. He turns on people sometimes, right?
That is a ridiculous correlation. That is so far.
Okay, so then that's like saying you have a friend and you guys not become friends anymore.
No, friends are not CIA operatives working for a government.
Okay, but then that's like saying, why are 75 people in Homeland Security on the no-fly list and terrorist watch list?
Right. Answer that question. Why are they?
Why are they? Because I don't know. Why are they?
You're answering my own. You're asserting my points for me.
Because sometimes the government makes mistakes.
No.
That's why. Yes.
No. Yes, they make mistakes. They make mistakes on little things. But
how is that big things? Thing?
It's not. That's my point. That's not a mistake.
Okay, then why is espionage there?
What?
If it didn't work like that, why do we have espionage?
What do you mean? Why do we have espionage?
Why is that there if those shouldn't be mistakes?
What are you talking about?
You know what espionage is, right?
What are you saying? Yeah.
Okay. Now what you're saying is,
why is it there?
That rule right there shouldn't happen because we should know already what happened. Like we accidentally had him under our CIA. Well, he turned on us, just like how we think.
It wasn't an accident.
It was an accident.
It's not an accident.
How was it not an accident?
It was a plan.
It was a plan. What?
It was a plan. Yes.
How is it a plan?
Yes. Easily a plan.
How?
Easily.
How is it a plan?
His family. Wait. Do you know that the Bin Laden family and the Bush family have strong ties, linking them to similar business interests, which
I believe
made massive.
But you said it was before, in one of your videos, you said it was before Bush that they could have been planning it. So why is now Bush linked to Osama bin Laden a big thing in your...
When did I say Bush? It was before Bush.
Some kid asked you, so Bush did it basically, and you said, well, the government could have been planning it before even Bush. You said that.
They could have. They could have.
Yeah. So, but I mean, now you're contradicting yourself, saying, well, Bush.
That's not contradictory at all.
Yeah, it is.
It's not contradictory at all. I'm not saying no, it isn't. No, it isn't. Let me explain to you why.
Okay, you're saying it could have been before Bush. Now it's saying Bush has a major thing in it.
Of course he had a major role in it. It doesn't mean the planning didn't start before he was there. I mean, well, how hard would it be to understand if the planning did start? Because his father was also president, along with one of his uncles, who was a major player in the CIA for years, Prescott Bush. So it's not as if his family hasn't been around it.
Okay,
since,
let me ask you something.
The early stages.
Osama bin Laden, the only CIA operative that was mistaken to be a terrorist.
He wasn't a mistake.
Okay, well,
not what it was. No,
is that the only story ever happened?
We've used our own operatives against ourselves many times in the past.
Okay, but the thing
many
is,
times.
You brought up the Tonkin War. You said that the government just lied about it. Why wouldn't they just lie about this one? I mean, you've proven they've done that.
Because you can't lie about something that happens in front of everybody.
Okay, but no one cared what they lied back there. It didn't cause them any story back then, so why would it care about now?
Wait, what do you mean? Explain that.
You said the Tonkin War.
What do you mean nobody cared?
Like the Tonkin War, the government lied.
What is the Tonkin War?
That's what you brought up.
There's no Tonkin War. There's the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which started our involvement in the Vietnam War. It's not
which was a war, basically.
It's
the involvement. The same exact thing got us in the war. Now they lied about that.
Okay, there's no Tonkin War. It's Vietnam.
No one had any proof of it. They still lied about it, and we did it. So why?
What do you mean nobody had any proof? It happened. It happened. It didn't not happen, and they made it up. It happened.
Okay,
but we did it.
Yes, but no one was injured or anything.
That's totally false. You're wrong.
No, that's not false. So then that's like saying
false.
So you're saying everything is just a hoax, basically.
No, not everything.
Then
I didn't say everything. I said many things.
What about 9/11 is just a fake?
The fact that it was a terrorist group completely separate from our own government and that we had no knowledge prior to the attack and involvement in the attack ourselves.
Okay. San Bernardino shooting, do we have any involvement in that? And
I don't know. I mean, there's some fishy stuff about it, but I don't know. That one.
Okay. Tell me what's fishy about it. I'll end you in this in a heartbeat. Tell me what's fishy about it. Like
what does that have to do with 9/11?
I mean, because you're saying
stick to the topic. Stick to the topic.
Okay, but you got to compare sometimes.
Stick to the topic.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
They're not comparable. I don't have
some fishy stuff. But you're saying fishy stuff.
I don't have any strong feelings. I don't have any strong feelings about that. Like I said, I question everything that comes across me, and just because they said that this is how it happened doesn't mean it is.
Okay.
That's not to say that I think for sure that it didn't.
What makes you think 9/11 was fake or staged?
I told you already many times.
Like what?
I've explained it to you
over
and over again. I've explained it to you.
What?
I'll say it again because there are way too many inconsistencies in the story that they tell and that the visuals that you can see with your own eyes.
Like what?
Like the plane in Pennsylvania disappearing. Like the fact that the buildings fall in their own footprint straight down at free fall speed.
Okay.
The fact that Building 7 was never struck.
It was never struck, but it had damage to it. So technically,
the air damage.
It was struck with stuff.
What? With what?
I mean, 2 planes hit the building. It had damage to it.
No.
So
they didn't. Nothing hit that building.
Is the picture fake then? Of the damage
to
the building? I believe
it probably is.
Okay, then that's like saying the planes hitting the tower is fake.
No, it isn't, because that's a video.
That's fake. No, it's fake.
Okay.
There's a picture of it.
If you want to get into ridiculous...
I mean,
if you want to go into ridiculous circular arguments...
You just said it yourself.
No, I didn't.
Ridiculous.
I said a picture.
You're ridiculous.
A still photo. I'm not ridiculous.
Okay, then
you're brainwashed.
Saying many people approved it that the building had damage to it. So how are you going to say they're fake for it? People did hear explosions, yes, but you hear many things in a fire such as that big.
Okay.
That's proven.
Right. So nothing.
My
So
things I'm
nothing
bringing
on the.
are
All right.
facts. You're bringing just you want to bring up.
You're not bringing anything. You haven't brought anything.
I haven't brought anything.
Let me
Okay.
explain to you. We've both brought. Listen.
No,
for a
but what
second.
I'm saying are
We've
behind
both
experts
brought.
who do it. You're saying is behind the media.
So do I
and
have
some-
experts. What
You're
are you
considered
talking
deviant
about?
on this topic, so therefore
Have you-
I'm a little above you.
Okay, that's good. So that okay, right? Because the masses agree with you, that makes you,
You
right.
have a
That's a pretty
15%
dopey way to
chance
go
of
through
group.
life.
15% chance. You want to know why it's a 15% chance? Because it's full of it.
Why?
You're full
Right,
of it.
because America's full of really smart people who think logically and question their surroundings.
Question their surroundings.
Yeah.
But you think, oh,
please, buddy.
The government.
So
the
if you want to
should
side
have
with,
known that this was supposed to happen, so therefore they didn't.
absolutely.
So it must be a
Let
hoax.
me ask you: if we want to let's take away everything that can be considered circumstantial evidence, which is what we've both brought. You have facts, or what you conceive to be facts.
No, what you're saying aren't backed up at all. You're
Neither
saying
are yours.
the building should have fell. You're no expert on that, and the people who are saying that are no experts on it. Now, an expert on
what are you talking about? There's a whole society of experts on.
Okay, then you want to go off the proof? How come a building from a fire just fell the same exact way?
I don't know how that building was engineered. I know nothing about that building.
It's the same engineered way as this one. As they both
were
big buildings.
How do you know that? Okay, and how do you know that? You don't. You're just saying.
Okay, so what you're saying is this building should have fell, right? Who backs that up?
Listen to me.
You're saying some
engineers.
Let's
pull away.
Give me an engineer name who can back that up. I can give you one.
I don't have the names.
I can give you one.
Okay, well, I'm not sitting in front of a computer. I'm driving.
I'm
driving home. If I could. Okay, wonderful. So you memorized the name. The point being,
so should you if you're debating on the topic.
Absolutely not. It doesn't matter. It's immaterial.
So you say what's the second terrorist attack? The worst second terrorist attack that ever happened on U.S. soil.
On U.S. soil, I mean, I guess if you want to consider Pearl Harbor a terrorist attack, that's not a terrorist attack. Be. Why not?
That's a wage of war. We got in a war of it.
Oh, okay. But well, now hold on. Wait. So did we get to a war after this? So why is this not a wage of war and it's a terrorist attack? What makes it?
Okay. How many people died in Pearl Harbor? Let's ask you this.
I honestly wouldn't know the number. I'm sure it was well into the hundreds, maybe 1,000, something to that effect. I don't know.
The government should have knew if Pearl Harbor was going to happen.
They did know. It's been proven that they decoded Japanese.
They decoded it at what time? While it was happening.
Before it happened.
Before it happened. Just barely before it happening doesn't count as
whatever.
Before it happened.
Listen, well, we're going into different topics. Let's talk about 9/11.
You're saying that.
Why?
Well, why didn't they catch this in time? Was that a hoax? This is good. I'm going up your theory.
No, that was not.
This is how. Hey, they should have known about this.
Buddy.
So.
They let it happen. It's the same idea.
Why would they?
They wanted it to happen so that they can have an act of war, so that they could bring us into the war.
Oh my!
No, they couldn't. They couldn't garner support.
Yes, our allies were in the war. That gives us a responsibility to be in it as well.
Then how come they didn't vote their way in until after that happened?
They didn't want to.
Well, exactly.
They didn't want
to. And then after they attacked us, because oh my goodness, exactly.
So why would they let it happen and go to war if they didn't want to?
So that they got the people to have the sentiment to want to go to war.
We could have gotten into war, no matter what the people wanted.
Could have, but didn't want. Oh my goodness. No, you can't, because then nobody will want to go. No, then you get the draft dodge.
Yes, they did.
Oh my goodness. No, they didn't. Not until that happened. And then once it did, everybody
even
wanted
before
to go.
our own
exactly like
9/11.
Okay. Well, listen. Let's stop talking about Pearl Harbor and let's talk about 9/11.
Okay.
Do you know what NORAD is?
No, I don't.
Do you know what NORAD is?
Nope.
Okay, NORAD is a air defense system
that
operates within our government. Okay, and they had a record up until the point of 100% interception rate, which means any time a plane that they wanted to intercept came up, or however you want to put it, they intercepted it successfully.
Yes.
Meaning they did not fail one time until September 11th, 2001. And on that day,
how many trainings were there before the last one?
Let me finish. On that day, not only did they fail, They failed 4 times in one day.
Four
What are
times
the
in one-
odds? What are the odds that a system that has not failed once fails 4 times in the same day? And, might I add, was also being subjected to exercise war games, false blips on the radar at the same time of the events taking place in real time. There were war games being displayed for them at the same time. Why is that? How does that always happen?
Did you see the interview with the people?
What interview?
With the people that were there the morning of the 9/11.
That were at the NORAD base?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard them. I've heard audio. Why? What did they say?
They said that they thought it was just another drill. They didn't take it seriously as they should have, and they didn't. So,
okay.
And
So,
is that the government's fault, or was that planned that they didn't take it seriously, or what?
It's planned that they had drills going on at the same time that the real world event took place.
Mm-hmm. Now, they thought it was another drill. They didn't take it seriously as they should have. Correct?
Right. And there's right, exactly.
And look what happened mistakes happen.
Oh my goodness! You are making my points for me repeatedly, and not even knowing
you're
you're doing.
You're saying, "Oh my God, dude, this pen fell on the floor by itself. There must be the government must have done that." That's what you're saying here.
No, I'm not.
You have no actual evidence. You say the building should have fell sideways when it shouldn't have. It fell where the plane hit. How would the plane even exactly know? How did the government plan it so well that they planned it so perfectly that the building fell on that area?
I'm sorry, I missed that. I got a text and I cut you off. What did you say?
You said that wherever the building hit, that it was planned or whatever, how did they plan it so perfectly at hitting it? And when it hit it, it just did everything perfect for it to fall that way as they wanted to.
They didn't. They had the building rigged with explosives. The plane was for show.
Let me ask you something. Do you know how long it would take to fill every level with explosives? Every level fell the same exact way.
They don't have to fill every level.
No, wait. You let me talk here. Every level fell the same exact way as each other. Now, you're saying they had to plant explosives on every single level. That would take months, almost months, to wire everything, plant bombs, everything. That's not a day. That's not an overnight thing or a day thing.
So why is that such an issue? Why is that such a problem?
What do you mean? Why is that such a problem? You're talking about
why can't they take months?
Well, how are they going to take months? Everyone is in there. They had 2 weeks ago.
You have
2 weeks before the
No,
date.
they're not. Are they there at night? Are they there at night?
They have people there at night. Yes,
right.
Do.
Security guards, right?
Not just security guards. I'm pretty sure people could have been in there.
No.
Yes.
There was no. Regardless, if you see construction crews working, do you go over to them and you study what they're doing?
Okay, not even that.
When
but
they're working
you would
in the
see explosives. You would see explosives easily. And they had an elevator issue.
Figure?
They can't plant. 2 weeks ago, before the bombing before the plane attack, they had 2 weeks, one day to plant all those explosives. That's highly impossible. From the experts on bombs and everything, they've said it's highly impossible to fit one day all those bombs. It would take months to wire everything perfectly.
It doesn't. There's no agreed upon time. It doesn't have to be one day.
Oh, so you're saying that they did that every single day for the month before it happened?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't know that.
Well, you're saying you were saying there was bombs there, so that's what happened.
Yeah,
that's the evidence, facts that it would take months.
Okay.
So
you're to say that it did not take months?
And if there were bombs blowing every floor, bombs would go out way more than the dust did, 300, 400, 500 feet more.
How do you know that?
From evidence proving, from people that
evidence
are
proving
experts
what?
On
You're just saying bombs. You're using general. You're using very general terms and then specific.
People go to school to see that.
People go to school
this bomb
to know how far.
Bombs? Yes, people are experts on bombs, and you're ignorant.
Do you know how
don't think we have that.
Listen, I never said the word bomb. I said explosives.
Explosive is a bomb.
It's a much more wide-ranging term. Do you know what thermite is?
Thermite? No, I don't. I've heard of it before.
Look up thermite and get back to me. Thermite is it's a substance that burns at a very high temperature.
Mm-hmm.
It reacts it's not quite like a bomb, but it's a violent reaction when it's lit.
But I thought you said nothing could melt still. You would have to have temperatures 1,000.
I didn't say nothing.
You said you'd have to have temperatures.
I did not say nothing. I said gas fires,
that
gasoline fires, jet fuel fires cannot melt that. No. But thermite can. It burns at a much higher temperature.
But okay, so you're saying that they had to plan it on all this steel perfectly so it'd fall like that, which would take months also.
Okay, yeah, sure.
No, that's
Why not?
wrong. See, why not?
Okay,
the
it's
planes
wrong.
never
You
hit.
can say it's wrong.
The planes never hit. Why not?
Yeah, they did.
Why not?
Yeah, they
No,
did hit.
You know what? They just didn't.
Because we watched them hit.
I think that's a hoax. That people are saying that's a lie. See how how childish
you
that
go into your
argument is? That's what you're saying.
You go into your
That's what
circular
you're
argument. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Yes, that is. That's exactly what you're saying. If there were explosives or anything, dust would have went 400 to 500 feet out more of the windows than it did. There was 5 inches of
thermite doesn't
drywall. So
thermite doesn't work that way.
Thermite doesn't work that way.
So
there was
no,
proven,
it's not.
If there was that much thermite, they would prove it up from the stuff. They would find it in it.
They did.
No,
they found
didn't.
it. Multiple respected scientists who got samples of the yes. Look it up. Look it up. They did analysis on it. Thermite particles were found in the dust. It was there, and thermite's not used for anything else. Okay, it wasn't in the construction of the building. It wasn't there for any other reason.
The dust you're saying that is explosives and stuff is drywall. Do you know how much 5 inches of drywall is, right?
Yeah.
You know how much that is. Now imagine that on every single floor. Do you understand how much drywall that is? Now, do you know when buildings come down, the air is going to push everything out because everything's coming on top of it.
When
did
I ever say that dust coming out was from the force of the explosions? I never said that.
You said there's explosions
never came.
And thermite and etc. That if there was thermite, you would definitely see it on all the floors than just the top floor. Correct? So what you're saying is floor number 1 would have had thermite already working down.
What are you talking about?
You thought, right? You said that they basically put it for the steel so it could mess up. No?
They put it to the core columns of the building.
The core columns of the building. So you're saying a plane hitting it is not going to ruin that?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because it was built to withstand impacts of an airplane.
Yeah. Says who?
Says the architect and the engineer who built the building.
And what's his recent work show? Nothing. He's doesn't have any jobs.
What does that matter?
Since 9/11.
What does that mean to me?
What does that mean?
Okay. And that means what?
That his work was fraudulent.
No, it's not proof of anything except either A, he was blackballed for being someone who spoke against the official story, or B, someone smart enough to realize that he was going to get himself into a lot of trouble with the wrong type of people by saying these things, and he got himself out before he was killed.
So you're saying that the government was going to kill him, basically?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So now you say the government goes around killing people, whoever they want.
Oh, the government doesn't kill people now?
I didn't say that. I mean, if they deserve to die, then so be it. Osama bin Laden deserves to die.
Who deserves to die? Who deserves to die?
A guy who planned the worst terrorist attack on our soil deserves to die.
Okay.
If you don't believe that, then what are you doing here?
Tim Osman.
Tim Osman. Explain his story.
Yep. Tim Osman. Do you know who Tim Osman is?
I said explain his story.
He's Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
It's a real American name.
You say he's a real American?
He was an American.
You have me choking here. Where was he born?
Buddy. I don't care where he was born.
Where was he born?
And he was working for. It doesn't matter.
Then he's not an American. He's not born here. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, at one point he worked for our government's agencies. Okay. On the morning of the attacks, his family was in Washington.
Okay,
DC.
you say this. Orlando shooter worked under Homeland Security. Was that government fault? Did government plan that?
No, I don't really have that strong of an opinion on that right now.
Well, no, I mean I'm bringing up what you brought up before. Shouldn't the government? He worked under the government of Homeland Security, so I think the government did this because that's what you say on the same thing over there. And maybe we just made a mistake. I mean, it happens. You just admitted to it because you said you don't know anything about it.
I said that I don't know the particulars on that particular attack.
But guess
I'm
what?
not gonna
The
go
government had nothing to do with it because sometimes we make mistakes. Do you not make mistakes?
I make mistakes, sure.
Do you know about your mistakes before you make them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but all of them.
Absolutely.
But all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. So you
Right.
could say the government knew their mistake beforehand on everything they do. Or, there's going to be
Not a
sometimes where they
mistake.
mess up.
It's not a mistake.
It's not a mistake. Why?
Planned.
Planned. Why?
Planned. Why?
Why?
To generate support to go to war.
You know the only
Iraq.
people who made a profit out of 9/11 was Israel? We didn't
Oh
even
my
make
goodness!
any
You're one of
profit
these
out of
guys.
that. We didn't even
We didn't make any profit.
we didn't make any profit out of that.
Wow. Okay, you should go ahead and rethink that.
How much profit do we make and how
figure
do we
out-
make our profit? I'm curious.
Oh my goodness! Because the defense companies who make our weapons for us and sell them to the government made trillions of dollars off of that war. And who do you think pays
Trillions?
the
They made
government?
trillions? They made trillions of dollars?
Trillions.
Trillions.
Trillions with a T.
Trillions.
Trillions with
How
a
much
T.
debt we have?
Debt? Debt to who?
How much debt does the government have?
Debt to who?
Us. How much American do we have debt?
Wait.
U.S.
No.
government. How much
Who?
do they have?
The U.S. government has a debt to whom?
What's our debt rate?
This will be an interesting one.
How
No,
much
no.
debt do we have?
Answer, Mike.
I'm gonna ask you a
We have,
question.
quote unquote, a lot of debt. We have many
how much debt
trillions
do
of
we
dollars
have?
in debt. Who do we owe it to?
Whoever buys it, I believe China bought.
Whoever buys it. Oh my God.
China bought
Okay.
I believe 10 or more % of our debt.
Who'd they buy it from?
I don't know that. But the thing is, you
well,
failed
I
to
do.
answer. You said they.
I do.
You said,
I know who.
do I care?
I know who.
I don't care about that topic.
You should.
You just said we
You
just
should.
spent
Do you know about the
trillions of
Federal
dollars on
Reserve?
that. Did our money
you
from
know
our government
we
go up
made-
trillions of
we
dollars
made-
from that war? You're wrong. You're wrong here.
No, because the people don't put it into the government, buddy.
The people.
When they make
you
the
just
money.
said the government bought from the people. Did you not just say that? This
What
is
are you
recorded.
talking
You can go
about?
back. You just said the government bought trillions of dollars worth of guns. No?
No. What I said was that the defense companies who supply our government with its weapons
Mhm.
and technologies made trillions of dollars in that
Who paid
war.
them?
Who paid them? The U.S. government
Yes,
paid them.
our debt didn't go up trillions from just that war.
And who pays the U.S. government?
We make our own money.
We make our own money.
Do we
oh
not?
my goodness! No, you and I pay the U.S.
Okay,
government,
But
right?
the thing is,
Taxes,
us paying
correct?
ain't
No,
gonna do
not
anything.
okay.
No, you're trying to avoid the question here.
God.
You just said, where did
No, I'm
the
not. Let
trillions
me
of
link it-
dollars
let-
come from? So all of it just
From
disappeared
you
and
and
didn't
me.
show up on our map?
No. Our Matt. You like to you're putting yourself in as a part of the government because you live here and you're not
Yeah.
part of the government.
If I pay taxes, yes.
So we're not part of.
You
no,
can
just
run
'cause you
for
pay
the part
tax-
of the
you
government
fund-
if you wanted to.
you
but
fund
you
the
choose not
government.
to,
Yeah, but
just
you
like
didn't.
you apply for any other
Right.
job.
and you choose not to as well.
Yeah.
Right? You're not in the government,
No.
are you? In fact, I'm closer to it than you because I work for a township. So
You work for
somewhat,
a township.
I'm partially in the government, I guess. I get paid by tax dollars. Okay. And so what do we do with the government? Are we a part of the government?
You're
or
not
do we
answering my
fund the
question
government?
here. Answer my question.
Forget your question.
No,
What's your
because
question?
you're wrong. Where
What-
did the trillions
what's
of
your
dollars
question?
come from? Where did it come from?
You and me, our pockets.
Me and you. Okay, so you're saying that
Tax dollars.
it didn't have anything to do with our debt.
No.
No.
Nothing to
Why?
do with our
Trillions of dollars?
Nothing.
Trillions of dollars.
Because do you know where?
Do you know how much that would
Right,
cost?
and I'll say it
Do you
again.
know how much trillions of dollars would cost?
Trillions, right? Trillions of dollars.
Trillions of dollars.
You're not making any sense. Yeah.
You just said we spent trillions of dollars on this war. We, the American government.
Right. No. No.
What
No.
are you saying?
The American. Oh my gosh. What I'm saying to you is that we fund the government. The government spends the money, quote unquote, on behalf of the people. Correct?
Where did the money come from?
You and me.
Where did our money come from?
Where did our money come from?
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve.
Yeah. Where did
The
that
Federal
come
Reserve
from?
Bank.
Where did that come from?
The Federal Reserve is a private bank.
Yeah. Exactly. From who?
It's not owned by the U.S.
Where did they get
government.
their loan from?
There is no loan. They have the money. They print the money.
How do you think money started? Do you know how money started?
How money started?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, are we talking about like Native Americans, like wampum?
How did the money start? How did the
a
Federal
bartering
Reserve
system.
start?
The Federal Reserve is a central bank.
How did it start?
How did it start?
Mm-hmm.
Investors. Yes.
So before
investors.
The
you know what a bank
occurred,
is?
People had money.
Yeah, of course.
U.S. money. They had U.S. money before the U.S.
No, they didn't have U.S. money. No, they had gold, which was considered money at the time.
Okay, I don't think you know how it starts. But back on topic.
No, you definitely don't know. Do you know that the Federal Reserve is not a part of our government?
It's not.
Are you aware of that?
But I want you to look up.
As long as you're aware of that, then you should be able to follow this
look
logic.
Up how it starts.
Let me finish.
It has to do with the
Let
government.
me finish.
I promise you. Now, back on topic.
Okay, it has to do with
the government is related with the beginning of our money. Now, back on topic. The thing is,
oh my God,
you say thermite, explosive stuff in there. If there was explosive, stuff would have just cleared out way more. There was, I mean, it's just
stuff would have just cleared out way more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a scientific argument. That makes a lot of sense.
So you said that the plane they drove was just some fucking amazing guy who hit everything just right.
No.
You
know, it doesn't matter where he hit.
It doesn't matter.
The plane
because
is not what made the building fall.
The thermite was going to ruin the building.
You got it. They just had to have the nice visual.
How would the thermite know to do it from the top and go down? Why wouldn't it start at the bottom of the middle of the building?
What are you talking about? No, it's wired up. What are you?
It's wired up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it would take to wire that up?
Oh my God, we're gonna go back to that same argument again?
I mean, it's common sense, but I mean, I don't think.
I don't care if it took 2 years. Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen. If it didn't, it took 2 years. So
right.
People would not have known in 2 years. You say people said they heard bombs. You don't think they've seen something suspicious, they would say something?
They did.
They did say something.
People did.
What did they say?
They said that they heard multiple explosions.
Now, any firefighter out there who's dealt with a house fire,
okay, I know,
who's dealt with has said they heard many things. Now I'm talking about if people would have seen something, someone would have seen something. That's just how it works. You're saying that they did it so perfect, no one ever seen anything. They were just fucking perfect on it. That is bullshit. Someone would have seen something and said something.
That's perfect. But that's a very unscientific argument. Common sense is all well and good, but I like, something to have some substance behind it.
Okay, get a bomb expert. No bombs were ever in there. Boom.
Okay, but neither of us is a bomb expert.
I haven't looked it up. That's looked up stuff.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. You looked it up.
And they actually have videos of another building just like it collapsed the same way. And you're saying everything just worked out so perfect for them. Everything had to just work out perfect.
What everything?
So if the plane hit 5 stories lower, would it have fell?
It doesn't matter where the plane hit.
Why wouldn't it matter?
Absolutely, because the plane hitting had no bearing on the building falling.
It didn't have any bearing. Why not?
None.
Why not?
Because that's not what made the building fall.
Why? Because the termite, right?
Thermite, not termite, buddy.
Thermite made it fall. Really?
Listen, I'm going to end it with this because you're not going to. There's not going to be.
I mean, it's common sense. You can end it with whatever you want. It's a joke.
Okay,
I mean,
just let me say this to you.
Facts. I have a video of another building.
Okay, proven facts that you say, but you
do you want to look it up? I'll give you the link right now. Go look it up right now.
You could give me the link, please do. But it's not going to prove anything to me. Let me explain to you something. Here's my point of view, and you don't have to agree with me, and I know you won't agree with me. If you want to go ahead and believe whatever they tell you and get sucked in to this false...
I mean, it's not a false because it's considered you being deviant for believing that.
It's you don't speak English very well.
Deviant? Do you know what deviant means?
Yeah, I know what deviant... It's being you considered deviant is not a sentence, okay?
Yeah, I can.
Doesn't mean anything.
I said you are deviant.
Yeah, I can.
Do you know what deviant means? Deviant is the 49% or lower.
Means.
You're deviant here.
No, that's not what deviant means. 49% or lower. Deviant means you stray from the norm.
Exactly, which is a 49% or lower. 49, 51%.
That's what you're talking about. Is a majority.
Oh my! Deviant. You go from the norm. Look it up.
But I said that. You said 49%.
Yeah,
exactly.
So which would be it? Which would be it? Which would be it? It's common sense.
What
here.
if there's more than two options? What if there's more than two options?
What do you mean?
49% is meaningless.
What if there was
three possible?
This is two options here. You're deviant. Here.
No, there's many other options that could be possible.
What is it now?
I don't know. But I'm sure there's people who are different. I'm sure there's people who think something else happened that day. Right?
Weapon?
Not what either of us are saying. I'm sure there's people out there who think that both of us are wrong and that something completely different happened, right?
I would not.
You think you don't think there's anybody out there that doesn't think that either of us are right?
Or either of us are right. No.
Right. Well, then you're an idiot.
Because
you don't.
It either happened by the government or it did not. There's just two options. It either happened by the government or it didn't happen by the government.
You're saying it happened by the official story, not just not by the government.
I'm saying it happened by a terrorist attack. It was either a terrorist attack.
What if the terrorist organization that actually pulled off the attack had no real ties to Osama bin Laden or Al Qaeda, and they just claimed responsibility for it after it happened?
Proved it that he did it.
I don't care what you believe. I'm saying what
I believe. There's a video I believe of him saying he did it.
Right, and Arabic translators have said that he never said that in that video.
Really?
Look it up. Yep.
Really
professors of Arabic.
You really
professors of Arabic in our esteemed American colleges said that he never said that.
Should I just pull up the video if I can find it?
What? And it's going to have subtitles under it, and that means it's true. It's meaningless.
It's meaningless, really.
Yes, to have subtitles. I could do that. I could go upstairs and edit a video right now.
Yeah, but a video that...
If you don't speak the language, then you don't know what he said.
Okay, so the whole U.S. has just got it wrong from day one. And then about 5 years later...
Do any of us... What percentage...
Saying, you know
what percentage of Americans speak Arabic? What percentage?
You don't need that. You fucking... It only translates
one
thing. So the whole American is just wrong on this topic. So you're saying that we should be wrong and you
not
should
the whole.
Be right.
We should be wrong.
My side should be wrong. The non 15% should be wrong, basically.
I don't know where you're getting 15% from, but it's not true.
You guys are only 15%.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're putting all your faith in some random video, but that doesn't mean it's true.
They pulled it from the stuff on the internet, how people look up and everything.
They pulled it from the stuff on the internet. Do you hear yourself?
Do you not know if you click a link, it goes somewhere? It just doesn't do anything, right?
Okay.
You know when you get ads there, they can tell that you've been looking up stuff, and they say, "Hey, look at this gun right here." You know how? Well, how would they know that? How would they know that?
So wait. Me looking up things means that I think a certain way?
Pretty much.
What? No, you're an idiot. What if I was somebody What if I was a skeptic? What if I was a skeptic who wanted to look into the things that the people who I argue against believe, and I typed in those things? Does that mean now I'm
on it and saying your side? Therefore, there it goes. No.
Therefore, there it goes. Let me explain something to you. You have not made one cogent argument. And I'll tell you this.
You think there was bombs in Twin Towers because you think the government had 2 or more years to plan it like a fucking idiot. Like, you want to talk about facts here. Let's talk about facts. Dust facts. No sprinklers were in the building. 5 inches of dry wood. Building falls from where it was hit.
Dry wood?
Dry wall. I said dry wall. Building falls from where it was hit. Videos of other buildings doing the same thing. Facts. You know what? No, the building should have fucking fell the opposite way. Where's your proof there? I can back up. Ron Craig specifically is an expert on this topic. Said that no, there was a demolition, how most of you guys think you are, then it should have started from the bottom. And you're saying everything just happened so perfectly so it would look like a terrorist. The plane hit just in the right spot and everything like that. You
keep going back to plane hitting in the right spot. That has no bearing.
Yeah, it does. Because okay,
no, it doesn't.
So if there's wires everywhere, so they could say, "Oh, I want this one first right here. Make it fall right here."
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's how building demolition works.
So you really think that there were bombs in there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, where's the proof?
Not bombs, thermite.
Where's the proof of that?
Where's the proof of that? The visual evidence of the way the building fell, and the thermite particles that were found in the rubble after the fact. That's my evidence.
That's your evidence.
That's my evidence.
How much was there?
How much was there? I don't know. Minute traces, because after it burns, most of it is incinerated.
Most of it is incinerated. So
Yeah,
how?
but none should have been there.
Low amount that wouldn't even bring.
Right, but none should be there because thermite does not occur naturally. It's not just there.
It's not just
okay?
there.
No, it's not just there.
But you're saying
we don't use it in construction. No, not bombs.
Why would
thermite?
Okay,
thermite. Stop saying bombs.
Do it on its own? It would be a whole lot easier. Wow, somebody broke into the thing, put thermite everywhere, and just laid it out like that. Instead of, wow, two airplanes got hijacked, and it hit the building.
Because of what you explained before. Because of what you explained before.
People are who are what?
People who are
And by the way, guys, there was no evidence of thermite at all. Just so you guys know, there's only a picture saying that there could have been thermites, and that's all he's going off of. Not scientists picked it up or anything. But I'll wait till he joins to explain that.